Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back your lovely faces to another video here on the channel. Adam Waldman has been going just absolutely bombastic for the last week and a half. We have seen so many tweets come out now each day regarding everything that has currently happened in the London libel case and also the upcoming one in May in Virginia. Obviously, a lot of information has come to light regarding AH, and she hasn't paid her pledge to the hospital, and ACLU, they've got her as a spokesperson and all this. But it wouldn't surprise me if they're like, oh, don't pay us, you just talk for us, that's what will happen. And obviously, Adam has picked up on all of this, which is just great. And because he hasn't got a gagging order, he can just go out and say pretty much what he wants. And that's where AH and her legal team, they absolutely hated it, because they were like, we want him gagged, gag him right now, he can't speak to anyone. But then the judge was like, actually, no gagging order, he just shouldn't have done what he did, but he's off the case, that's it. But he's still there, he can still advise, and he's going to be there until the end of it, no matter what, because he's like, no, Johnny Depp is innocent, we got all the evidence, we're going to wipe the floor with him. And at this moment in time, this year has just been tremendous with this anyway, with this court case. And obviously there's a lot of other stuff going on in the world where we've seen a lot of horrible stuff, but with Adam, he's actually making people smile and actually happy now, because he's like, guys, this is what's happened. And you've now got mainstream media as well actually coming out and being like, yeah, she hasn't paid her pledge. She didn't donate money to anyone. And obviously we all knew about the fact that Johnny Depp paid the first 100,000, because that's even in the letters that they sent to her. And they were like, oh no, we'll make sure that Johnny's pledge goes to you, is for you, this, that and the other. But what we're going to look at today, ladies and gentlemen, is yesterday Adam Waldman posted 3 times. That's quite a lot for him. And this is what we got, so spin this around. Mr. Rottenborn explaining to the judge what real lawyers don't do. Obviously, the first one we got is the hearing. So, information from Mr. Depp. Mr. Waldman very clearly is not acting as Mr. Depp's lawyer most of the time. When he's out tweeting these things, he's not. He's never. When he was in this case, he didn't make an appearance. He never participated in the litigation process at all. Now he's out of the case, he's simply making public statements in the same way that a PR agent would, or something like that. And to me, that was like, right, okay, so this guy, he's trying to say now that Adam's not really doing anything. But it's like, actually, Adam was there, the main lawyers went forward. Adam is basically like the Robert Duvall character in The Godfather, 1 and 2. He's the consigliere to Johnny Depp's godfather. That's exactly how it is. He is advising him and he's advising the lawyers. That's exactly what's going on. But then you had this one. In a statement to USA Today, AH's lawyer, Roberta Kaplan, the one who said, I'm still standing by her, but I'm not going to go down to Virginia because of gas prices. Yeah, her. The one who's also tried getting Harvey Weinstein off the hook. Tried to get him not going to prison. The one who is at this moment in time is protecting a high-powered banker because someone has accused him of all that horrible stuff. But she's like, no, my client is innocent. So literally, she doesn't care about the Me Too movement or anything. She just wants to get her name out there and make as much money as she possibly can. But this is what she said. She did not address the audio recordings and did not deny the allegations of this, but argued that AH was also a victim. The fact that a woman fights or talks back does not mean that she has not been the subject of repeated deviance. The statement read, it's a myth to say, as Mr. Depp apparently is implying, that if Miss AH slapped him, then she can't also be a victim. That is just not true. And it's like, right, okay, Roberta Kaplan, you're not even on it anymore. Maybe you shouldn't be speaking, But then on Tuesday, the actor, 57, took the stand in the UK libel court case. So he had that one by there. And this is what they've said. AH, 34, had previously alleged that Mr. Depp had been this during their 15-month marriage, a claim he has since denied, claiming that he was the victim of DV in their relationship. AH's lawyer, Eric George, denied the allegations against the actress, saying in a statement obtained by People, the evidence in this case is clear. Johnny Depp repeatedly did this. Okay, is it actually in it? But then you had Roberta Kaplan again going online.
I have been so honoured to represent women like Eddie Windsor, E. Jean Carroll and Mary L. Trump. But the bravest of all is real A.H., who lived through this, then this in the press, social media and litigation. But she still persisted. Finally, today, time's up now.
But this woman is still representing people who are accused of doing everything that the Me Too movement is supposedly trying to get rid of. So that just goes to show how hypocritical and how two-faced Roberta Kaplan is. But that's what she done there, and it's just great that Adam has picked that up on it. But then we got another one which Adam went to and he said the following: Mr. Rottenborn continuing his masterclass to the judge on what real lawyers do and don't vis-a-vis the media. Then we had all this one by here where he's saying, and so we're going to have to take this step within this deposition, but we believe that there's a broad swath of information, including statements that Mr. Waldman have made to third parties, including the Daily Fail and other publications in which he made these actionable defamatory statements that fall well outside the realm of attorney-client privilege. So we have no intention of going there, but there's plenty of non-privileged stuff to ask him about, both in his capacity as a lawyer who's doing non-legal work in this case, and his communications with third parties. And I believe I've discussed why the information is crucial to the preparation of the case, Your Honour. So with that, I'll reserve the rest of my time for rebuttal. And it's just like, yeah. And then you got, Rottenborn is accusing Adam Waldman of doing exactly what Roberta Kaplan is doing. Thanks, Jean Carroll. If I were you, I wouldn't engage with Johnny Depp fans since they aren't capable of rational discourse. A UK judge found after a 3-week trial that Depp done this at least 12 times. So what's their response? The judge was corrupt, bribed. Well, we didn't say corrupt and bribed, we just said that there's a lot of connections going from him to Murdoch. His son worked for Murdoch, his actual wife went to dinner with A.H. and all of A.H.'s legal team because they're all friends. This is what, again, Robbie Kaplan, again, she looks more like a man than anything. So she's been going on saying, oh, they're just this. They're horrible. They can't think for themselves. But we've done all the investigation that is literally made the judge, the lawyers, Dan Wooten, and everyone else scrub the internet of pictures, videos, and any type of information that connects them all together. So if they think that we're rational discourse, they don't bother with them, don't speak with them, they can't do anything, they're rubbish, it's not corrupt, he's not bribed, he's not this, he's not that, then why did they take so much time in getting rid of everything on the internet, or try to? Why did they try doing that if it didn't mean anything? They would have just left it there. It's kind of weird, guys, but that's how these people think. But then, obviously, Jen Robinson, good old A.H.'s lawyer now. This decision and judgment are not a surprise. Very soon, we'll be presenting even more voluminous evidence in the US. We are committed to obtaining justice for A.H. in the US court and defending her right to free speech. She can have free speech. That's the thing. Everyone's not going after her free speech. But again, no, this is the type of thing that the media is eating up. I said it on the stream the other night. Everything that A.H., her lawyers and her little PR team and all this, what they're doing, they're actively engaging in a smear campaign with the media. But now that obviously the letters have come out from the Children's Hospital who have said,
Miss Heard, you have not paid us a fucking penny. Where's our money?
That's exactly what the letter basically says to everything. And they're like,
oh, he planted this, how could he?
Yeah, Johnny Depp got in touch with the hospital and said, yeah, can you send this letter out? It's like, no, she hasn't made her pledge. But then her lawyers come out and said, obviously, Mr. Depp planting all these stories, this, that, and the other. But
oh, she plans on fully committing to the pledge. But she got sued, 13 months after Johnny Depp gave her the last bit of the settlement money.
So, again, with that there, A.H. has just not paid it because she's a narcissistic and she is a thief. That's exactly what she is. She stole money from sick and dying children. That's it. and now the media is turning on her, and she absolutely hates it. But then, last night again, the last tweet that Mr. Waldman sent was the following. Mr. Rottenborn, reality is holding on line 2. So when he actually tweeted his last one last night, he had the first part, which we've already seen, but then he went on to this one here. Miss Heard's US attorney, Elaine Bredhoft, claimed her ex-husband had acted to plant stories, criticising her to divert attention from the UK court's finding relating to allegations of Mr. Depp doing this. And it's like, yeah. And then you still see there, AH is still yet to give the bulk of her divorce settlement to charity. And then you had this from Deadline which is kind of interesting because Deadline, they've gone out of their way to make a scathing headline against Johnny Depp, but in the actual article they say, yeah, she hasn't paid her money. AH has already been responsible for 7 figures in donations. So we've already seen this one, and it's where, Mr. Depp's false accusations, he's just doing this now so she had to defend herself. And it's like, yeah, that's not actually what's happened. But that's what we got for that one, and it's absolutely crazy to see that even though AH and her team are going around saying, oh, he's done this, he's done that, he's planted stories here and there, and they're actually running with that, It's like, you haven't got to think about that now, guys. All the media, the evidence is right there. Children's Hospital of Los Angeles have said, you have not paid us any money. Where is our money? Or are you just not going to commit? If so, we'll wipe it off. But obviously, if she says, yeah, wipe it off, that's going to make her look even worse. Because she pledged $3.5 million, £2.7 million to children who are dying and sick. But she doesn't care about that. All she cares about is what she looks like in the eyes of the public. If you are new to the channel, please like and subscribe. Hit that notification bell for future updates, and I'll see each and every one of you soon.